Are we seeing more shortages than normal?
Well,
lately?
let's clarify shortage. We're not talking about there's a shortage of appraisals.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about values.
Coming in
undervalued.
coming in not at the sales price.
And reason why. Because, so yes, I'm going to say yes, we are, right? Sometimes it's fair, right? Meaning that the realtor listed it too high. They pushed it already.
Right.
And sometimes it's not fair, like what happened to us on Evergreen. That was not fair. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's...
Was it not fair because it happened to y'all, or it wasn't fair
We
because...
had proof.
Yeah. It's not fair because, it's not fair. It's not like we pushed it. We were right where, where we should have been at. You know what I'm saying? And at the right time, actually.
Was it because y'all was black?
No.
Because that's actually happened.
Actually, I don't even want to say why it was, but it's because he was mad because he didn't do his job the first time when he was there.
Oh, okay.
And so he wanted me to go do something, but it was. I think it was.
I wish he would just call me.
I forgot when it was. You wouldn't have been able to do it either. She couldn't have done it.
Who, the appraiser wanted you to do something?
I thought he wanted you to go take some pictures or something.
Yeah, he wanted me to take. You wasn't going to be able to take the photos that he needed to take. That's why he didn't take them.
Gotcha.
Wait, the appraiser wanted you to take photos.
Yeah. So look, it was.
Was it like a cross? Was it like a cross?
It was a basement. It was a basement.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a basement, and it looked like there was a leak on the hot water heater when there wasn't.
Right.
They had
the valve.
Yeah. They just opened the valve up, and then it looked like it was mold on the walls, but it wasn't. You know,
just like the discoloration or condensation.
Efflorescence is what it's called.
That's why I didn't say it. That's why I said the mold, but there wasn't.
Right.
Neither one of these were true. But he didn't turn the light on to go in there because he couldn't find a light in there.
Oh, okay.
So he took the picture in the dark.
Right.
With his
So,
flash.
so he wanted me to go back and take the photo for him.
Right. You should have did it. Why didn't you do it?
It's over.
Well, I didn't do it because those things... so I need to make sure that there wasn't a leak on the hot water heater because it was water there.
Right.
And I think that came from the inspector. Their private inspection. Private inspector did that. And then that efflorescence on the wall, I know that's nothing, but it's like we need to clean it. You know what I'm saying? And paint the walls. There's nothing to do, right? Right. But he wanted that photo that day.
Oh, the same day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I didn't have the time to do it. We would have sent the same photo that he had, and that's not what he was looking for.
Right. Yeah. So I had that I had it happen a couple of times. So I had a flip. Actually, it was recently. Somebody broke in, stole the hot water tank. The contractor was like, "Yeah, I'll be over there such and such morning, Thursday morning. I'll have it in for you." The appraisal was Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and let them come out." How long does it take to put in a hot water tank? I get there. I always walk the property before the appraiser gets there, right? So I walk in. The back window was still busted, the pane, so it was still glass on the floor. I'm like, shit. So we get there, and the guy's in the basement installing the hot water tank. And I'm like, dude, how long this going to take you? He said, I got about another 10, 15 minutes, and I'll be done. And no sooner than he said that, I walked upstairs and was like, the appraiser, anybody in here? And I'm like, yeah, I was just coming in. So he went through and did the rest, and he said, look, the hot water tank was connected, but it didn't have the release valve and stuff hooked up. So he said, look, send a picture of that. Send me a picture with this the glass back in the window, and then we'll be fine. So once it was done, I sent him a picture, shot a little video to show him it was the actual house, and then we were good.
So hold on. So, that must have been an FHA appraisal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ours was conventional.
Right. But I mean,
I'm just saying, like, so he still killed it. So I understand certain things from an FHA standpoint.
But he killed that deal based on his mood.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the value of the house.
He just was pissy. He was upset.
Like, he took $10,000 off of our value for
$15,000. Took $15,000. We had an appraisal guarantee. We had a $5,000 appraisal.
Is that really why? Or
No, that's why.
So the comps. So when y'all looked at the comps, was it other comps he could have used?
No, his comps sucked. So there was.
So how do you know that? Tell our viewers why you think that appraisal was bogus.
Well, so first reason was because we did our numbers, and we do a really good job on our numbers. That's
right.
number one. Number two, we had a backup offer who we paid for their appraisal,
right?
So that we can make sure that we were ready to go just in case this deal fell through. So, and that appraisal came back at...
all right. So I need to clarify this because I don't want nobody thinking like y'all went and hired an appraiser that y'all know.
No.
So y'all had another buyer that was going through a lender, and that lender ordered an appraisal. So y'all didn't want them to waste their money. So y'all said, here, we'll pay for the appraisal. But the lender still went through pulling the appraiser from the pool.
Yeah.
And that appraiser came out with a whole different value. Than the first guy that had an attitude
more.
with y'all.
$16,000 more. So she's saying the 15, saying the 10 because we had a $5,000 appraisal guarantee.
No, I was talking about one of the things he dropped our value for.
What was that?
Right.
So it was on a main road.
Main road, right.
But what is it, 35-mile-per-hour road? I don't know what the road.
Yeah, but y'all
but typically, so there is typically I had it happen. Because I live on a main road currently, so each time I've done this like a few times on that road, so there is a drop in value, but not $10,000-$15,000. It'd be like $3,000 to $5,000.
So let's clarify that too for our listeners. So a main road, let's say a main road like a Beach Daily, right, or something like that, or Inkster Road, or
Greenfield,
Shaner, or
Southfield.
Hoover, where there's traffic, but it's not necessarily like heavy traffic.
Yeah.
So it's not like there are homes on 8 Mile, there are homes on 7 Mile, where it's consistent traffic all day. That's a different type of main road, right? So you're saying he treated maybe like because some neighborhoods, you have a residential main road, but it's a residential neighborhood. But then you have some neighborhoods where there's a couple houses and then there's commercial buildings. And they're really on the main road, right? Like a 14 Mile or a Maple or something like that. So
he treated Greenfield. So this house was on Greenfield in between 8 and 9 Mile.
Evergreen
in between 8 and 9 Mile. And he treated it like
it was on Greenfield.
No,
Evergreen.
Northwestern Highway. It's like
it was on Telegraph.
It was on Evergreen or Greenfield.
Evergreen.
Which one was it?
Evergreen.
Yeah.
You said Greenfield.
Yeah.
You know you fucked
Evergreen.
up, right? You know you fucked up.
It is Evergreen.
Right.
Yeah, it was Evergreen.
See?
But he treated that house.
No, I'm gonna watch the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah. No, he really did. I mean, we could have fought it, but we were just in. It was a time crunch. Remember we talked about
I
this.
don't know why this Shaka want to fight everything, but I was sitting up here like, you know what?
But y'all still came out all right with that appraisal. It just was lower than what the expectation was.
No, we lost $10,000. So we like we gave away $10,000.